Hello, everyone, and welcome to the knife stream. Who's gonna get stabbed?
This is my nickname in football, actually.
Knife stream? Interesting. It's like a Transformer type name. Anyways, this is the journey through the Lord of the Rings TCG. If you haven't been with us,
It was really funny.
this is an okay place to start. I'm on my
It was very funny.
A game today.
I think this stream's going to go well.
You can feel it. If you haven't been with us, we've been going box by box, set by set from the Lord of the Rings TCG. Originally, first set came out 2001. So we opened a box on the first stream, built decks. Stream 2, we played those decks. Rinse and repeat all the way through this set.
What do we do
7.
on stream number 13, Zach?
Is that this one?
I think this is 13.
We're going to open a box of the Return of the King.
We're in the last third.
This is the last block
of the series.
Yeah. So we're going to open a box, see what we get, and then build some decks, and then we'll play, I think. Oh, you're gone next week, so we will play next time we stream Lord of the Rings.
That's right.
Whenever that is. If you're watching this back way later, I'm sure the next episode is available.
If it's 2050 and we're all stuck inside in some sort of a bio-controlled chamber and you're finding value in these videos, please let us know in the comments section. If it's not that, then we don't honestly want to hear from you.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we want to hear.
anything.
2050 or bust.
Thomas in the chat saying, hey guys, wanted to say a great throwback series.
Great, Thomas. Yeah. Well, thank you.
I'm excited for like 20 years from now
project,
when we're like, hey, remember that time we decided to do 20 episodes of the Lord of the Rings throwback?
Are we going to do more or less of the Star Wars TCG?
More.
You think so?
Maybe less.
Like a whole year? That was our baby, though.
So I think that's the problem. The thing about the Star Wars TCG as well is the games are really fast. I don't know if you remember or not, but like 15-minute games. Tournaments for best out of 3. So I've got a feeling we'll see how fast it goes. But you open a box, I don't know how fast it comes together, how fast the games play.
The deck building is going to be faster for that one. Mm-hmm. We don't have to think about like so much.
Yeah.
It's just about if I'm playing droids or, Gungans or whatever.
I'm curious to see how it goes. I don't know. I also feel like that game will be... it'll just be interesting to see how we approach that.
Yeah.
But there are I think it's 10 boxes.
It'll be giddiness.
Yeah.
From our childhood. Samuel Graham does TCGs. Who's Samuel Graham? You heard of this guy?
He's famous, right?
He's doing TCGs, apparently. But thank you, Samuel, saying the series is amazing content for real. We have Coda Shaw. I love seeing your comments always after the fact. Amazing series. This series in Star Wars TCG. Love it. So great. We've found some value here. I think some folks
There's
really
at least multiple people that appreciate what we're doing.
We dig it.
That's
a few people out there dig it.
Off to the races.
Let's
hey,
dig in.
Before we go in, just so you're aware, I want to make you aware of, you want to stack them out like normal, or you want to pull them out of the box like that? Like normal, yeah. Things that we're really excited about.
Friendship?
Yeah. There's a card called Anduril, Flame of the West.
The love of a mother?
It's Aragorn's sword. I would be very stoked if we opened the One Ring, Such a Weight to Carry.
Okay.
I'd be very happy. The core set of every block is when you get the chance to get a fancy ring.
I already missed the chance at the water ring, so I don't care.
Yeah. If it's foil, we also care a lot more.
Okay.
A foil ring is like highest of highs. There's an Arwen Fair Elf Maiden. That'd be pretty sweet. There should be an Aragorn in here, right?
Well, I hope so. Look at the art.
There's a Gandalf.
That'd be the greatest bamboozle ever.
The Nazgul are back, but this time they've got Fell Beast. So watch yourself. I'm about to pack there for you.
Now with Fell Beast.
I'm excited about the Nazgul. I think last stream I said that I was definitely going to explore the burden side of the fence. So I'm actively looking for cards that do things with burdens.
I'm sure you've already explored the burden side of the fence.
There it is. There's an Aragorn. There's an Elrond.
All right. How much money would you be willing to put on these being nicely centered and well done on the camera there, overhead?
A decent amount, actually, because it's playmat.
Let's go. Uh-oh. Camera's not on. So you lost. That was a total bamboozle.
Oh, it was like half on.
Technically, they were not. Well, we're sidewinding a little bit.
He tried his best.
It is nice, though, that it's like...
Oh, there's a common Aragorn. That's good. We'll both have it.
It's sidewound proportionally. It looks intentional, right? It's like when people have slanted, like colors on the wall. You have a stripe that goes down a slant rather than straight down.
Is that it?
Pick your favorite pile. Let's do it.
Samus says, I've lingered in y'all's world for a while, but I'm small potatoes. LOL. you for sure keep my fab flowing too.
You're big potatoes, Samuel.
That's right. You're here with us today.
Everyone's a big
making you
potato
one of the most
today.
important people in the world.
Look at Aragorn. Speaking of big potatoes.
This is one of the best looking boxes so far.
Shield and Spear. What do you guys think about Shield and Spear? Your favorite style of fighting or second favorite?
Shield and Sword I love it.
Yeah. Oh, that is a sword, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looked like a spear there, didn't it?
Zach saying it's an artistic Dutch angle.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Oh, and that's not a shield. That's a horse.
Harry,
I thought he was
hilarious.
holding a horse or a shield, and it's actually a horse's head. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it look like a shield though? Like
It
he's
does,
kind of got
yeah,
it like this.
on this pack particularly, it looks like a shield. But yeah, that makes sense. I don't really remember him with a shield.
You know, Harry is a Tulsa guy. He's a friend of mine here in Tulsa.
I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, he used to play. We bonded over it at a Christmas party because our wives worked together.
Oh, I do remember this story.
We'll bond a lot more now that he knows I'm serious about it.
It's like, wait a second, this is a real thing. All right, you want to fix this, or we're just gonna let it ride?
Let's let it ride, man. They're getting opened.
All right. I'm gonna start with this pack.
RH Town says two-handed swords are the best. Harry Duff, Shield and Spear for the dark eyes. Obesely Morbid says ye old horse shield. That's right, yeah.
A horse
Horsehead and sword is my favorite fighting style. That's truly comedy.
A horse can be a very good shield, to be fair.
Yeah, just don't watch it in the movies. Your wife will cry.
All right, so these I'm gonna go slowly.
Okay.
And read some of these. I love Gimli and this reckless pride. I actually think this is a little-known Lord of the Rings movie fact. There's an editing error in this scene.
Really?
Where he goes from this, where he's got the pipe, and the next time you see him, there's no pipe to even think about being found.
Well, maybe the moment they cut, he just throws it across the room. That's a classic
hilarious
thing.
Anyways, Bear must be a dwarf companion. Each minion gains this ability. During assignment, assign this minion to Bearer of Reckless Pride. Regroup, discard this condition to draw 4 cards. Wow.
Wait, you get to draw before you double move?
So it's unique. It pays 2. Bear must be a dwarf. Every minion gains this. During assignment, I can assign any minion to the bearer of this.
So the minion owner can choose to assign to the dwarf. Because technically they have the ability, right?
Yep, Reckless Pride, right?
Okay.
So let's go.
So he soaks it.
During the regroup phase, you can discard this to draw 4 cards.
Cool. So it's like, if you don't kill me here, I get to travel and draw 4 and be better.
Yeah, now you don't get to play anything on your turn, but like if you have event-heavy stuff going on.
And stuff. Yeah, okay.
Then we get a weird kind of card. This is called the 3rd level. So obviously Return of the King, we got the Battle Minas Tirith, where they have all the walls and stuff. So I know it gets weird. This is a fortification. Cost 1, it has +4 to the site value. Fortification, skirmish, exert a Gondor man or spot 2 rangers to transfer this condition from your support area to a minion skirmishing a man. So you can basically add 4 to make them roaming.
Okay.
It doesn't affect the cost, but like if you have cards that say while you're fighting a roaming minion.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're going to get into some weird stuff. It's set 7, baby. They were looking for ideas.
What can we attach to what? New location, Osgiliath Crossing. Location 7, it's a river. You're going to like it. 6 threat, River Shadow. Exert 2 minions and spot 6 companions to draw 2 cards.
I'm seeing a lot of card draw. Got the old Fool's Hope over here. Look at this, a card that I cannot imagine playing. It's 3 costs. Spot Gandalf. Discard 2 cards from hand. Make an opponent discard all but 2 shadow conditions. So there's got to be some degenerate multiple shadow condition stuff that was in the metagame at the time, and then they answered it with a card.
Noble Leaders, unique. When you play this condition, place a Gondor token here for each of the following characters you can spot. Aragorn, Boromir, Denethor, or Faramir. Skirmish, remove a token from here or discard this condition and make a Gondor companion strength +1 and damage +1.
All right, I'm gonna get into that. I like the man stuff.
The man stuff?
Generally.
I got an Eowyn, Restless Maiden, common. Discard a possession born by Eowyn to make her +2 strength.
All right, fair. She can discard her horse. Easterling Sergeant here. This is nice. So if you cannot spot a burden, spot another Easterling, add a burden. So it guarantees that even if they didn't bid or whatever, you can get burdens going. So your dream could come true.
Here's a question. Rohirrim Herdsman. He's an ally. He has a regroup ability. Discard 3 cards from your hand to remove a threat. Oh, I remember what a threat is. I think it was a mechanic they just straight up added. When a companion dies, any threat you have are wounds that have to be divided among your fellowship. So, like, if I add a threat,
yeah,
to like you have a threat pool. Let's say I have your threat pool.
But do you add it to an individual thing?
So, like, you have a threat pool.
Okay,
and I have a threat pool.
Yeah.
So let's say you have 3 threat, and you have a companion that dies.
Any companion.
That threat turns into 3 damage you have to assign to your companion.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong on that?
Gojo the First Fist says correct. Correct from Michael, too.
Look at that. That was straight from my memory brain.
Yeah.
Galactus saying everyone should have, or Eowyn, not everyone, Eowyn should have had Terrible Cook as her trait / subtext.
Yeah, you know what? I need to dive
movies.
further into the lore. You know, this cycle, Return of the King, I'm least familiar with it.
It is the finale.
I mean, I read the book a long time ago, but then I've seen the first movie a lot because it's phenomenal.
It's the best of the
I've seen the second movie a decent amount. I don't think I've watched Return of the King except once.
I love
when it came out.
Yeah. But it's got the cool Nazgul with the fell beast. So.
An optimistic guy. Here's the rare, dude. Gorgoroth troop from Sauron here. A besieger. Is that loaded or unloaded?
No
like
idea.
A potato. Skirmish. Stack your besieger on a site you control to make Gorgoroth troop. Strength +2. What's my besieger? This guy? No. Stack your besieger on a site you control. What's a besieger? Do I have one? Do I own one? Is it a vehicle? We're doing site control again.
I don't know what that means.
We're all very excited, aren't we?
Apparently there's also a maximum number of threat.
Hey, here's the Legolas Nimble Warrior. He's an archer, and during the archery phase, if you cannot spot a threat, add a threat to get +1 archery. I like these push-pulls now. Come on.
How do you say it then? Way of name there? Kadesh? Kadesh?
I say
Kadessa?
I say Kodasha. But it's because I'm cool.
Kodasha. Is that correct, Kodasha? Hopefully it is. Unloaded keyword. We'll see what that means. So I got the Gorgoth Soldier, Besieger. If a Besieger is about to take a wound, discard 2 cards from your hand to prevent it.
Okay, so they all just kind of work with each other to do stuff. Have you seen this Rohirrim Javelin? It's great. You get this is exactly what a javelin should be. You get +1 attack. During the archer phase, you can discard it for +1 archery because you throw it.
I love it. Numenor's Pride. To play spot Gandalf and add 3 threats. Gandalf is defender +1 and cannot take wounds. Discard this condition at the start of the regroup phase.
This is where things could get real weird.
You have 3 threats, so the wounds he would take kind of get stacked up there.
But there's also, games that do this, you usually turn into decks that give themselves 1,000 threats, but all their stuff is so Bugatti that they can't ever lose a companion.
Yeah.
That can happen.
I mean, I like the idea of a Frodo-Gandalf tag team that just can't be touched.
Like Duty of 2, add 3 threats to heal all man companions. Man-panions.
Man-manions.
Got to be careful with our
Greatest Stronghold. 2 cost, exert a Gondor man and spot 3 fortifications to make the Fellowship archery total +2.
Yeehaw.
That's crazy.
Oh, and see here, this is why that doesn't work. Mordor Trooper. This is nice, a little punishing mechanic. 2 cost, remove 2 threats to make a Sauron Orc strength +6.
Love that. So it's a penalty for having the threats.
If you want to stack them up, that's a double dip right there, though.
I'm curious for people watching now or even in the future, what was your take on threats if you played this game as it was coming out? Mechanically, I don't have a problem with it yet. Apparently, a threat cap is how many companions you have.
Okay.
Dude, check this out. Long Spear.
Oh, yeah, it's my favorite kind.
It's a Rohan possession hand weapon. Bear must be a Rohan man. You may add a threat to play this possession anytime you could play a skirmish event.
Oh, nice. Sudden surprise spear? How does that happen? Usually it's hard to hide a long spear, isn't it?
It's just like...
There you go. You got one.
We also get minions for Nazgul that aren't Nazgul. Morgul Mongrel. Well, you can spot 3 wounds on the ring bearer. This minion is fierce and damage +1.
Wounds? It's unlikely.
Got an Aragorn, Captain of Gondor.
Woo!
He's a knight. At the start of each fellowship phase, you may add 2 Twilight to heal another Gondor companion.
Okay.
I like that, actually.
That's pretty solid. And he's a solid 8/4 there. And he looks great.
Galactus saying the spear is telescopic.
Yeah.
GP88 saying the threats were great. Mullet Man also agrees, so it must be true.
Long prepared. 2-cost condition for the Gondor man. Exert a Gondor man to wound a roaming minion. Discard this condition at the start of the regroup phase.
Interesting.
So you can do that a lot. It's in your support area.
This makes sense, but the Gondor Gandalf crossover in this set makes me very happy. Sharpen your sword. Spot Gandalf to make a Gondor companion strength +1 for each Gondor companion you spot.
Cool. Reward it. Spot your minion to make the move. Okay. That's kind of nice. The Ruined Capital, Site 7. Spot your minion and 6 companions to make the move limit -1 this turn.
Ooh, stop them right at the
People
door.
obviously were doing a lot of companions, and it was impossible to stop the Fellowship, so things happened. The rare in this pack, Gondor Still Stands. Spot 3 man companions while no opponent controls a site. Wound a minion at the start of each regroup phase.
Wow.
Regroup, discard this condition to place a Gondor fortification from your discard on top of your draw deck.
That's actually
I'm
amazing.
sure there's a way to build around that nicely.
So, like, that's really crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Yes. Smeagol.
Feel his blade. Look at this. Look at that right there, that picture on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what it does. Skirmish, transfer this condition from your support area to a character skirmishing in Nazgul. During the turn this card is transferred, the shadow has initiative.
Shadow player, let's say.
Regardless of the Free People's player's hands. What's initiative?
What's initiative?
Needs
Hands.
to know.
What does that have to do with your hands? Like whoever has the most cards is initiative or something?
Oh.
Was that ever a thing?
That is a thing. That is in this set, I think.
And is that the when effects fire or something?
Mm-hmm. No, it's I think it's just like unloaded. Who has initiative?
Wow, this game is a incredible exercise in mechanics.
Initiative is cards in hand. Is it who has more?
Surely not. They probably don't
What up,
want to
Jason?
reward you for... Well, maybe they do want to reward you for more cards in hand because it means you played less skirmish events and stuff.
Yeah, unless the stuff on your Fellowship phase and whatnot.
All right, hold on. Check this out. We got a Smeagol Hurried Guide Smeagol card with a Frodo signet, ringbound. Play it. You got a burden. If you have initiative, discard 2 cards from your hand. Smeagol cannot be overwhelmed unless his strength is tripled. So you have initiative. You can discard 2 cards, and then he has to be tripled. And his strength is 3, so you got to hit him with a 9.
A 9er. Okay, so the Free People's player has initiative unless they have less than 4 cards in hand.
Okay.
So this basically means that you have initiative, period, regardless of how many cards are in their hand. So if you have really nasty effects that need to have initiative, Feel His Blade does it.
Okay. I will remember that.
Swift Steed.
What'd you call me? Look, Tarragon. Or I guess it's Tarragon. Man, good like surprise horse face in that, huh? Very
His
nice.
teeth.
Yeah, just
Smile for the camera.
Far left. Let's go.
Mom said smile.
If you have initiative, discard 2 cards from your hand to wound a man Targon is skirmishing. Okay. Don't mind if I do.
Look at this. They put young Steven in the game. Guthloff. Look at this guy.
It's just what I look like.
He's a Rohan man boy. Discard a Rohan condition to make him
always
strength
called me.
+1. Steven man boy.
He's a Rohan man boy. Put it on my Tinder profile.
Whoa.
Rohan man boy.
Like Wohan. This guy looks serious.
Failing.
Madril, Faramir's Aid. He's a ranger. If you have initiative, discard 2 cards from your hand to wound a roaming minion via skirmishing.
So initiative is having 5 or more cards.
4 or
in
more.
hand. 4 or more. Okay. Players Council's initiative was honestly one of the misses as a mechanic. Never feels good to be punished for playing your cards. Well,
Says the Players' Council.
yeah.
Mind and body, 1 cost. If a Nazgul kills a character, wound each character bearing a Nazgul condition. feel like I'm gonna need a lot of specific cards to make these Nazgul work.
Yeah, they're doing weird stuff, man. They found some different axes to start thinking about. Like this one, Hasty Repairs. Well, you have only 4 cards in hand. You may discard 2 cards from hand to play a man fortification from your discard pile.
Also, does it have to be a Tuesday?
It also, yeah, you'll get into MetaZoo. And if the clouds are out...
Yeah, can you spot the sun? I like this. There came a cry. 1 cost, spot a Nazgul to add a threat. Or 3 threat if you have initiative.
This initiative thing is already annoying, I think. We got a lot of Smeagol stuff. Oh, look at this. Serving the Precious. It's a rare. 3 cost Smeagol card here. Discard Smeagol to play a companion from your discard pile.
Nice. Do you have to pay for that companion?
Probably. That's bogus then.
Steps of Vedras. Each Gondor companion is defender +1 until the end of the turn. Location 1. Wow.
Hey, look at Pippin. We got a new Pippin, Sworn to Service. While you cannot spot 4 threats, Pippin is strength +1 for each threat you can spot.
Okay. 3 threats, he's +3. That's pretty good.
That's right.
Seeking new foes. Rare. Skirmishes are resolved in order decided by the first shadow player. Each time a Rohan man wins a skirmish, place a token here. Each Rohan man is strength +1 for each token here. Discard this condition in the regroup phase. That card does not seem playable. But maybe it was.
Yeah, because it doesn't discard until you trigger it, right? So you build it, and then the turn you need to go Bugatti, you do? Is that right? Or is it a one-time play it and then it's happening?
It's happening.
Dude, look at this. An absolutely terror of a card, but good pull anyway. Eowyn, rare, Durnhelm.
Sick.
Yeah. 6/3, Valiant, while skirmishing a mounted minion, strength +2, while skirmishing a fierce minion, strength +2.
She is built to fight the Witch King on his fell beast.
Yeah. Did she do that in the books?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Books and movies, nonetheless.
I would hope so, yeah.
So some of that stuff, does and doesn't happen depending on. Interesting.
Yeah, wizard staff.
This location is called City Gates. It's location 5. When the Fellowship moves to this site, add 3 threats.
Nice.
When the Fellowship moves from this site, remove 3 threats.
Oh, hard to get into, easy to leave.
So, let's say you already have 3 and you only have 3 companions.
It's like the Hotel California.
You get there, nothing gets added, you leave, 3 go away.
Oh, yeah.
So you would want to set up to know this is what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And flippity floppity, you want to really be able to kill one of their companions on site 5.
Yeah. All of your thinking. That's enough of that.
How sad. This card is called Leaving Forever. To play, spot 3 elves. Each time the Fellowship moves, add a threat or discard this condition. Regroup, discard this condition. Discard this condition to discard a condition or draw 2 cards. I thought it said discard this condition to discard this condition. I was like,
let me know what condition my condition is in. The elves aren't leaving forever. They can always come back, can't they?
I don't think that's how that works.
What do you mean that's not how? There's always an exception. People can time travel in these kinds of things, Eventually they find a reason.
I don't know.
Nothing is forever, man. Don't be sad. Hobbitses are dead. Spot Gollum or Smeagol to make a Nazgul, Sauron, or Gollum minion, strength +2. If you have initiative, you may play this from your discard pile and then place it into your draw deck instead of discarding it.
Wow.
Hobbitses are dead. And another Tarragon. Very nice. Ooh, a Veteran Horseman. This is what I was missing from my Gondor deck. He's a 6/3 and he gets +1 for everyone else that's mounted. So if you got enough horses, he becomes better. You get it how that works? Did you catch that?
I'm with it. I'm hip and with it. Check out this location too. If the shadow player has initiative, minions are not roaming.
Wow.
So if they play a bunch of cards on their turn 1 and they go there, all of a sudden you just
that's a bamboozler.
Ambush them.
I think I'd have to play that. Got a new Nazgul, Ulere Inquea, faster than winds.
That's literally the first Nazgul in the box.
How can anything be faster than the wind?
Light.
Isn't it the wind that carries you? Fierce. Well, you can spot 6 companions. Ulari and Quay is damage +1. So 6 companions seems to be when things
Still
were bad.
the math.
Each time a companion is killed, you may exert Ulari and Quay to exert the ring bearer. Oof.
We like that.
We has them.
Galactus saying property values were better in Valinor, so they won't be returning. It's so funny.
To discard a minion. Yeah, okay. Actually, this is pretty good. Check out this card, actually. We hates them. Can you imagine who says that? We hates them? Mm-mm. It's Smeagol.
Really?
So you put it on Smeagol, and then each minion gains you can assign it to Smeagol, so they can try to kill Smeagol. If they don't during the regroup phase, you discard it, discard a minion, and then play a companion from your discard pile.
Wow.
So if you're looking to double move...
I mean, he'll help you sneak around.
That's great. Yeah.
I got a rare Nazgul. Ulere Atea. 6 cost, 12 strength, fierce. Shadow, if you have initiative, exert Ulere Atea and spot another Nazgul minion to add a burden.
Beautiful.
So you can exert two burdens added if you have initiative.
So the burden strategy may be here.
We're maybe getting there.
Check out this foil rare Southron Marksman.
Ooh, they look good.
Fierce Archer. And then you can exert and remove a threat to make it the minion archery total +1.
Wow, you do that twice.
That's incredible. And I'm glad we got another rare.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
great.
I'll play the Southrons today.
Perhaps it is time. I got Sam Neater of Vittles. Ringbound. Fellowship. Play a Hobbit companion to remove a burden.
Good.
Response if Frodo is killed, then he becomes the ring bearer. Okay, we get it. How proud we are. He too can carry it. I get it. Ooh, Gimli. Faithful Companion. Damage +1. While you have initiative, Gimli is strength +2. That is so good.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers are solid.
8 strength, damage +1, as long as you keep 4 cards in hand.
Yeah, easy.
It makes me think any card that can discard cards from the Fellowship's hand is going to be valuable on the Shadow side.
Hey, look, I've got Minas Tirith 6th Circle, but it's got a little crown on it. What does that mean?
I think it's just locations from this set. Have the Return of the King logo.
Oh, it's not as exciting.
Yeah, sorry.
It is a sanctuary, of course. The Fellowship moves from this site during the regroup phase. Heal each man companion. So you can blow right through it. You don't have to waste your heals.
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot. Got another Nazgul. Ulere Astea. Regroup. If you have initiative, discard Ulere Astea to make the free people's player exert a ringbound companion twice or return an unbound companion to their hand. That's really good. What do you find? Something good?
It's called Bounce. Yeah, dude, this thrice outnumbered card. Mm-hmm. Spot a threat and X, tribal. What do we call this? The plains people, raiders. Raider men make the free people's player exert X companions.
Mm-hmm. That's really good.
Yeah, limit 3, of course.
You are definitely.
Because otherwise,
I got a feeling you're being drawn to the dark.
I think you're playing the Nazgul.
Definitely.
Because we got Morgul answers here.
I like the look of that card.
To play Spot a Nazgul, during the skirmish phase, remove 3 threat, spot 3 Nazgul, discard a possession or condition born by a companion a Nazgul is skirmishing, and it stays on the board. For the rest of the game, you can remove 3 threat to discard a weapon that is skirmishing.
That's actually good.
Nazgul. It's so good. Yeah, so good.
Could be devastatingly good. Look at this heater. Gondorian Merchant. Rare. If I was a 10-year-old, which I was at one point, playing games like this, you buy a pack, you're like, what's the rare going to be? This guy. Gondorian Merchant. 6 strength, 1 health, maneuver. If you have initiative, discard 2 cards from your hand to make the site number of a minion's +2 until the regroup phase.
Cool.
This guy. Oh my lord. I got a Frodo. Hope of the Free Peoples. Each time the Fellowship moves, you may add 3 burden or 3 Twilight to remove a threat.
Say that again. Remove 3
Each time
Twilight.
the Fellowship moves, you may add 3 Twilight to remove a threat.
Okay. Probably obviously a strategy around that, of course, etc. Gain a threat, lose a threat.
Robert says, definitely one of the most disappointing rare characters. Mulletman says, I hated that card.
Orc Archer Troop, 15 Strength Archer. If you have initiative, the archery total is +1, and this guy's fierce. I'm playing the Sauron things, man.
The Reds.
Yeah, I'm going to do some weird stuff with them. I haven't played them well yet.
Ulere Nelia. I love these Nazgul on the Fell Beast. Fierce. Regroup if you have initiative. Discard Ulere to exert the Ringbound Companion. Their power is in terror. Exert a Nazgul to wound each ally.
That's good.
If they have allies.
If they have allies.
What? Pelennor Plain. Look at this. Spot your minion. Remove 3 burdens to make the minion archery total +3.
Oof. Archery's where it's at, man.
We got a heater.
What you got?
Andoril, Flame of the West.
Oh, it's the sword you wanted.
It's the sword. Yeah,
All right,
we did it.
Dude, hit up.
Bear must be Aragorn. +2 strength, +1 vitality. Discard other weapons he bears. He's damage +1 and cannot bear other weapons. Fellowship or regroup. If the fellowship is at any site 2 or 5, play the fellowship's next site, replacing the opponents if necessary.
Oh, cool.
And a foil first level.
All right. Well done. We did it.
That's what's cool.
You know what I just did that's very good is we got the rare Gandalf, baby.
Oh, get out of town.
Manager of Wizards. Oh, great. He's got a good compensation plan. Place 3 cards from hand on top of your draw deck to make a minion skirmishing an unbound companion -3 strength. Any shadow player may place 3 cards from his or her hand on top of his or her draw deck to prevent this.
Interesting.
A little, a little back and forth. And look at that foil. There came a cry.
You gotta love it. I got a Denethor, Wizened Steward. He's not a very nice guy. They're saying that Gandalf is really good in the Elven telepathy deck,
where you can see your top card and stuff.
Because you put 3 back on top, and then they're like, the stuff I had last time, discard the top card if it's this, draw it instead, and heal things.
Yeah. Gross. Nobody wants that.
Oh, check this out. Location 6, Minas Tirith 5th Circle. Sanctuary. If the Fellowship moves from the site during the regroup phase, heal Gandalf 3 times. You had the one that was healed.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you can... were they trying to incentivize double moves past the sanctuaries or something?
I think they were trying to make it not so statically, like... Why were you so excited about it?
I don't know. I got a sweet weapon for Gimli. I got a Gorgoroth Engineer, of course, but... Gimli's Battle Axe Trusted Weapon Rare. Bearer must be a dwarf. Where you can spot a threat, bearer is damage +1. Where you can spot 2 threats, bearer is strength +1. We can spot 3 threats, the Fellowship Archery is +1.
That was the one that Will had a dwarf deck when we were kids, and that was the axe that he had all the time. I remember that art so distinctly.
So we need threats.
Yeah. Hey, you said you might be playing the Sauron stuff. Stronghold of Cirith Ungol. It's a condition. Goes in your support area. Response, if your orc or your Sauron minion wins a skirmish, put a token here. Limit 1 per site. So once a round, you can basically, or once at every location. Regroup, add 2 Twilight for each token here. Discard this condition.
Oh, that's great, man.
Got another Aragorn.
That's great. I dare you to double move. You fool. Wind in his face. Make a horseman, strength +2. If that man is mounted, choose an opponent. They have to place a random card from their hand beneath their draw deck. Ooh, a random card.
Random is bad. Gondorian Sword. Bear must be a Gondor man. Discard 3 cards from hand to make the bear damage +1. I like that. Ulere Lamenia.
What you calling me?
That's right. Out of sight and shot. To play a spot of Nazgul. Each time a companion is played, the Free People's player must exert a companion. Shadow spot a Nazgul and discard this condition to play a Nazgul from your discard pile. That is a good card.
What you want. All you gotta say is play it from your discard pile, and we're in.
We in. Oh, I got a 1 ring, the ruling ring. Seen that before somewhere.
Is that common?
Yeah. That's the basic ring.
Dang.
I know. I'm really hoping one of us gets the ring. I'd be very excited.
Army of Udon. Host of Udon.
I'd have to
I love your noodles. Minas Tirith 2nd Circle. Denethor. Did you get the Denethor rare already?
No, I got the common. What's he do?
Rare. So Fellowship, you can play a Gondor Knight. That Knight's Twilight cost is -2, and then each time a shadow card adds a threat, add a burden. Each time a shadow card adds a burden, add a threat. So he's a liability, but he's also very efficient. A 2 for 8, and you can play at -2.
You kind of want to start with him, get a couple knights out, and then
kill
nuke
him. Yeah.
That's literally the goal in the movie too, right?
I want to do that immediately, actually.
Bryce wants to know the Nazgul subtitles, please.
Oh, yeah. We'll do.
Like Ulere Lamenia, Wraith on Wings.
Oh, dude, we got another Gandalf, a common, but Gandalf, Defender of the West. Have you seen this one?
9 strength.
9/4. While you cannot spot 3 companions of the same culture, Gandalf is strength -2.
I love that.
Yeah,
because
dude.
he wants to. He's the one that wants to bring the men together, right?
Yeah, look at him. He's so sad,
He had a rough time.
but hopeful.
Dunharrow Plateau. Spot a dwarf to play a dwarf condition from your draw deck. Limit once per turn. Wow. So literally, this is site 1. If you start with Gimli, you can spot Gimli to search your deck for a dwarven condition and put it into play.
Okay, that's a hand weapon.
I wish.
The condition is him being a slayer.
Oh,
They
nice.
sang as they slew. Wow, that's cool. Exert X-mounted companions to wound X minions. That's pretty tight.
I love that. Golem, Plotting Deceiver, the rare Golem. If you have initiative during the shadow phase, you may play this minion from your discard pile.
Okay.
He's just 5 strength minion.
But that's always good, right?
Yeah.
You can just constantly play him.
That's right.
And then constantly kill
He
him
has the
and get
keyword
benefits.
play from discard pile. This is crazy. Look at this condition. Echoes of Valinor. Each time Gandalf wins a skirmish, you may exert him to draw 2 cards.
Yeah, okay. Would you, though?
If you're the double moving kind of situation.
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, yes. Faramir, Stout Captain, common. To play spot a Gondor man, each time Faramir wins a skirmish involving a fierce minion, you may exert Faramir to discard that minion.
I love Faramir.
Yeah, he's just ready to roll.
Look at that. Come on. How about Unexpected Visitor?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be a man. They give you the minions can go attack him if they want to. During regroup, discard, remove 4 threat, discard a minion during the regroup phase. That's a double mover and a double shaker.
So you got to have like a really beefy someone ready to go.
Don't let him die. Don't let him die.
This event, 2 cost. It's called King's Advisor. Exert Gandalf twice to make an opponent exert a minion for each Rohan companion you spot. You have 3 Rohan companions. You exert Gandalf twice. They have to do 3 wounds.
Okay, well, is it good enough? How do we value these cards anyway?
Foul Clutches. 1 cost. Discard 3 cards from your hand to make a Nazgul plus 3 strength. Love it. Card filtering.
Yeah, of course.
Plus 3
filtering
on the
and damage. That's a phenomenal card.
Morgul Duin. Site 8. Remove 2 threats to play a Nazgul from your discard pile. Twilight cost -2.
This Nazgul that's going to be popping, man.
Yeah, I think it's happening.
You seen this Nazgul Scimitar? +1.
It's got to go on their minions.
Spot 5 threats. Bearer is damage +1.
A lot of threats. There's like the Nazgul twerp deck. Got another rare Nazgul. Ulere Nelia. Discard a Nazgul minion to make it Ulere +2 strength.
Got the common ring as well.
So maybe we have to run the... Oh, yeah, another Faramir. That's good. Good for business.
So Polite. Cool, rare. Play Golem from your discard pile to add 1 threat for each threat you spot. No, add 1 Twilight for each threat you spot. Okay, nobody knows what's happening here.
Harry's saying cracking stacks of packs is a dope vibe.
Great.
Art saying that we're the best. Well, thank you, Art.
Thanks, Art.
We appreciate having
Art
you.
Bass, they're back in the chat. Oh, come on, Art.
The stream, advance us up. The stream can begin. We need the rave button. We're in the background. There's just shooting flames and sirens and lasers. Darvorin, a new Gondor character. At the start of your regroup phase, if you have only 4 cards in your hand, you may spot another Gondor man to discard a minion.
Okay, that's
quite powerful.
excellent. Wait, you choose the minion that gets discarded.
Yeah.
And when does that happen?
At the start of the regroup phase, if you have only 4 cards specifically in your hand.
So it's when you double move, effectively.
It's when you want to double move. Yeah.
Ooh, dude, I got you hooked up. How about Anduril Kingsblade?
What?
Artifact hand weapon rare. Bearer must be Aragorn. If you cannot spot a threat, Aragorn is defender +1.
There's 2 of them? There's 2 different blades?
And it's beautiful. It's got the golden artifact
let's
thing
compare
going on.
these things.
So if we can find 2 Aragorns, we can each play a
We have 2 Aragorns.
play a booming Aragorn.
I has 2 of them. So they cost the same. Flame of the West gives +1 health. And is just better. He's damage +1, period.
Yeah, but Defender +1 here.
Oh, nice.
So this is the I don't want threats build.
This is the offense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You can't have both.
No, you can't.
Right?
But they look great.
Can you imagine? That's pretty cool. We each get a fun blade.
Check this out. Plotting. 5 cost to play spot Gollum and add up to 9 threats. Gollum is strength +2. Discard this condition and remove 9 threats at the start of the regear phase. So it's crazy. I don't know how that deck works, but...
We gotta get into some weird Gollum stuff at some point, right?
Is it possible to do out of this, just this set? Everyone out there. Got another Gandalf Defender of the West. That's good.
Got plenty of Gandalfs. We're Gandalf rich.
I've always said that.
Yeah.
What cards are singing to you so far?
Oh, here's a new Theoden. I always like basing my plan on Theoden and it never coming to pass. He's the leader of Spears 7/3. While you can spot a horseman, Twilight cost is -1, so you could start with him at 2. Each time the Fellowship moves, you may exert a horse companion to exert a minion. So he's gonna do that probably once or twice a game.
Apparently set 8 is where Gollum starts to really shine.
Okay.
So we'll have to revisit that.
Ooh, we got a rare Arwen. Look at her. She's perfect.
Yeah, fair
She's
elf
crushing.
maiden.
Fair elf maiden Arwen while skirmishing a fierce minion. She's strength +3.
Great. That's a 9 strength for fierce minions.
Did they do the big reveal in the movie where Arwen and Eowyn are the same person? Did that not happen?
No.
I don't know. Their text is similar because like the other one has strength against fierce minions too. I figured they might.
There was just a love triangle.
It's just Eowyn in the wig.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, like
Is
that's
it
the
the
big
same
reveal.
actress? Yeah.
It's like here's the dude who did Sixth Sense.
Shamalama.
Shamalama. Yeah, that's the Shamalama recut.
It's the
like,
same
in the end, they're the same. He's in love with it. Same person.
Worth noting that Theoden has 3 vitality to start, which is not. He used to be 2.
What's vitality?
Life.
He had 2 to start? I guess he's been healed up.
Check this out. Ghastly Host. It's a shadow condition. I didn't realize it was a condition at first. I didn't get it. You spot a Nazgul or remove a threat to play a Nazgul. Twilight costs -2.
Wow.
So it's like a Eastern fiefdom, but
Ooh,
from the I guess it is East.
It is the
Southeast.
Eastern fiefdom from the East.
Got a foil White Hot Fury. It's not that fancy, but it's fine.
It looks pretty. Sam Neater of Vittles. If Frodo is killed, make him the ring bearer. And you can always play a Hobbit companion to remove a burden. Okay, that's a good Sam. It's a fair Sam.
Apparently, starting with Arwen and Eowyn is like really solid.
Ooh, I like that. Sisterhood of the Traveling Ring. Oh, that's quite funny. Uleri Laminia, Assailing Minion, a rare Nazgul here. Here you can read that. Get excited about it if you want it. It's like a dragon, but Lord of the Rings style.
Super good.
You have that yet?
I don't think so.
This was about the time you and Will were playing at this time, right?
Yeah, but we had a very limited collection from across all of this stuff. We've got a Stronghold of Minas Morgul. It's condition. If your Nazgul minion wins the skirmish, place a token here. Spot 3 tokens here to exhaust the ring bearer.
Exhausting the ring bearer is incredible. That's 3 wounds, man.
It's 3 wounds, yeah.
All right, let's do our last pack. What do you think?
Legolas Nimble Warrior.
Yeah, we got 2 Legoli now.
Come on.
Hall of
Witch King
Kings,
ring.
Orc Officer, Mustering for Battle, and the hottest rare of all, a Mirkwood Bowman event. Cooper would be happy.
Yeah, Cooper Bowman. Oh, wait. We're not done yet.
There's 2 more packs.
What a great feeling.
Yeah, right?
It's over. It's not over.
It's like when you make plans and they get canceled.
Yeah, you're suddenly free. Oh, this is a good one to end on for me. Faramir, Wizard's Pupil, the rare. Fellowship, play a Rohan man to heal Faramir. Skirmish, exert Faramir to make an unbound hobbit strength +2. Skirmish, exert Gandalf to prevent all wounds to Faramir.
That's a good Faramir right there. Is he rare?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Faramir of ages. All right, let's see what we got.
I like going out on the Faramir pick.
Narcost, 9/9 sight, spot 8 burdens to make the ring bearer wear the 1 ring until the regroup phase. Okay, so if they're losing, they're really losing. Gimli's armor. We got to make a dwarf deck.
Look at his face.
We've got a battle axe and Gimli's armor.
Mm-hmm.
If you have initiative and Gimli's about to take a wound, discard 2, prevent that wound. I understand the initiative mechanic. You can't have a lot of them because if you discard to use them,
yeah,
you can't get it. Mordor Savage. Yeah, who cares? And then the rare Pressing On. Spot 2 hobbits. Each time the fellowship moves, add a threat or discard this condition. Discard this condition and exert a hobbit to play the fellowship's next site, replacing opponent's site if necessary. Not too exciting. I'm sure it was good and technical and all that stuff.
Had its uses.
Okay.
No Witch King. No ring. Devastating.
We're playing Lord of the Min. Lord of the Gimli. I'm interested in Gimli. I'm interested in Gandalf.
What's that? You want to get all our companions out?
I'm always interested in horses, I guess.
I think that's a good place to start. Let's just see what we're working with.
Okay. Like the ones that matter.
I'm gonna get all of them out technically, but
I'm gonna get like this. I'm gonna keep the battle axe and the armor out too because it's like they can be really cool. And we'll get the blades, the Andurils. Anduril.
Did you open any Frodos?
Yeah, I had a Frodo in here.
Getting way too Frodo.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the B tier guys over here. Like Rohirrim Guard probably doesn't really move much.
Can you start the game with a Smeagol in play?
Is he a companion?
He is, but it says to play him, you have to add a burden. I didn't know if the rules would let you.
I bet so.
Wow, it's a lot of companions, actually. A tier, B tier.
Are you Buzz Lightyear?
I'm not.
I love your movies. I love your movies.
Anyone out there see the new Buzz Lightyear movie? Was it worth your time? It's awfully quiet out there. I'm just kidding. You guys can't respond.
It's text only, man. We could set up a hotline.
A live call in.
Yeah, I'm sure that would go great.
Yeah, you can start with that, Smeagol. That's cool. This one that you had, you can start with them in play.
All right. Everyone's really jacked about that.
What up, Biz? Asking when's the next sorcery TCG stream?
It's coming up soon. We've got a booster box.
Can I grab it?
Yeah.
Can you show it?
Sure. Anybody into throwbacks like Lord of the Rings TCG should absolutely be paying attention to sorcery and should get on a subscription for it from us.
We got
I'll just tell you, honestly.
We got a test print box that they sent us. I don't know.
Apparently their soup's rare.
I don't know what the big brains in marketing are going to have us do with it, but I assume we'll be playing.
We're going to draft it, we're going to seal it, and we're going to construct it. And then we're going to give it away.
It's a dream. Anyways, very excited about this one.
Yeah.
Just toss it.
Somehow we haven't opened it yet.
Patience.
All right, so let's look at the fun things that can be done. You got one Gimli. So we've got a turbo. There's 2 Gimlis, and then there's armor battle axe. So that's somebody's into that.
So like kind of interesting stuff that I remember. There's obviously the Aragorn reality. There's also this crazy cool Faramir.
There's some swords that go with Aragorn.
Like the Wizard's People version. So he kind of goes well with Rohan as well.
Horse people.
Could be. But even just exerting, because he costs 3, so you probably have to start him with a Hobbit. Like one of these Merry or Pippins.
Not a horse person at 1?
But he can exert to give a Hobbit +2 strength.
He's the Hobbit guy.
Yeah.
I see.
He also can exert Gandalf to prevent all the wounds to him.
Yes.
So there is one.
Start
one
with a
cost.
Hobbit. Okay.
Oh, he's an ally. You can't start with him.
Start with a Hobbit and then play Gandalf or play the thing that gets Gandalf or whatever.
Yeah, or technically start with Gandalf and then have him in deck. But how many copies of Gandalf did we get? 3?
I've got the Gandalf head of HR over here, manager of wizards.
Yeah. So it'd be kind of pick and choose. But if you had a couple Gandalf in deck, it's a lot easier to hit the Gandalf than the other way around. But that's interesting. We also had the Arwen. Can I see it real quick? And the Eowyn.
Yeah, we've got an Arwen. We've got an Eowyn. And then there's the Scream Eowyn. So these are like really good against fierce stuff. That's a great fierce fighting team. Yeah.
What's this ability on the other one?
And this one is just discard a possession born by Eowyn to make her strength +2. Yeah. So, not writing home about that, but it's fine.
That's cool. That's really the main lines. The other one we have is that Denethor.
And this Theoden, let's sleep on this Theoden. He's -1 if you start him with a Gondor man, so he wants to be on horse duty.
You just want a
horseman, Rohan man, or whatever they are.
Interesting. Yeah, so you can start him and Eowyn as an example.
She's a horseman?
Yep.
Yeah, she is.
Do you have that Denethor? There he is. What's he do? So can you start with him if you also start him with a knight?
No.
No, you can. So that's an ability, fellowship.
Yeah.
I thought in my mind it was to play him, you have to play a knight. So like hypothetically, there's a lot of 2-costers that he could be paired with to start. And then you could play a bunch of knights and play them for free with him.
Yeah, the man knights. I like that a lot. That'd be fun. And then he's like double-edged sword.
He's kind of strong too.
Kind of cool.
8 strength.
Super strong. And there's the Smeagol stuff. It's not doing anything for me, honestly. It's the weakest part of the whole enterprise for Lord of the Rings, if you ask me. But some people think it's important. It's kind of a moral question mark about how it's supposed to work.
He's good for hand filtering. Like if you don't want to play cards and give them threat, the Smeagol. You can just discard 2.
So you can just start with him.
You have to add a burden, but yeah. Obviously, every time you move, you have an extra companion. He takes up one of your companion slots, so that's a whole thing.
Yeah, he's a real pain, which is kind of the point, isn't he?
Yeah, it's the point, for sure. Let's see what the Aragorn does. Start your fellowship page. You can add 2 Twilight to heal another Gondor companion. Okay.
He's a ranger on a knight. So let's look at what kind of knights are there.
Gondor Knights?
There's one. There's Gondorian Captain. So you just play him with all these Gondorian captains. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a ton of them here too.
Not a knight. 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 One knight. Not a knight. Not a knight. Not a knight. There's only 4. All the rest are like rangers and stuff.
So that deck's not ready.
Or this is the deck.
This Faramir is a ranger.
Aragorn's a knight.
Aragorn's a knight.
Now we're talking. Denethor, stack 2 Aragorn in with your 2 swords, and of course draw it right.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
That is the question.
Okay, so we've got a veteran horse person. We've got a Goofloff that you could start with. Not ideal.
Goofloff.
We've got an enraged horseman that you could start with.
Here's some more Rohans.
This community strength +2. And an enraged horseman with Theoden is pretty strong. That's pretty okay. Okay. Good to know. Oh, don't sleep on Elf Helm. Exert to make him strength +1 for each uncontrolled plane site. Nobody's going to be controlling sites, so he gets very good. And I got their allies up here. Guthloff. Okay. So that's interesting. And then we can also put Eowyn in any of these stacks. She could technically start here. Probably what you should do, right? These two together, if you're doing this. Or we do the Arwen Eowyn sisterhood.
Of the traveling anti-fear.
Of the traveling ring, yeah.
Yeah, really, this decision, because like you can't count on them being Mount Rose Fierce. You do know how many possessions you're going to have, so it's probably worth just looking at the cards, actually. You want to divide out the cards by type.
Someone's got to do Denethor, though, yeah?
I feel like he's going to be way better in like a set when we get more knights.
Get some more knights.
Because if that ability is not slamming, it gets not so good very quickly.
You probably need 4 Gondorian captains to make it work.
How many do you have?
2.
Yeah. Captains and or just things that are knights to make that.
Jason says side control is a big mechanic in this block, so we'll have to finally realize how to do it.
Have to is strong. Which also just means deck building is easier when you ignore all those cards.
Yeah. To make that opponent remove 1.
Galactus. House rule, no Denethor play without cherry tomatoes on hand. It's one of the grossest eating experiences on film.
Yeah.
It's impressive. They did a great job with that.
You could also play Denethor Wizened Steward with your Gondorian men. And he gets up to +4, so he becomes a 9/3 if you have a spread of them.
Crazily, the other one starts at 8.
Yeah. But he also gives you downside, though.
Yeah.
Each time a shadow card, add a burden, a threat, add a burden.
Let him die.
You've got the Ranger of Minas Tirith. This is just a generally... I'm just going to kind of... This is generally good. This is not great. This is okay for a double move. I got the Faramir here.
Is he a knight?
No, he's a Ranger.
Devastating.
Spot a Gondor man. Each time Faramir wins... Gondor man. Wins a skirmish involving a fierce minion, exert, discard that minion. He's just kind of a good, he's just generally good body. 7/3. Exhaust a minion. Madril. To wound a roaming minion. That's fine. What's got you kicking?
Oh...
You want to do the Aragorn sword thing? Seems like your style.
Yeah.
I'll do Gimli with the stuff. If you want to do Aragorn with the swords.
Stuff. Who are you pairing with Gimli? So here's the biggest problem with Gimli. This is our dwarf cards.
Yeah.
4.
Does he need dwarf cards to do anything, though?
No, not necessarily.
He's just a horse.
But that means you need to pair him with...
Or Haas, I guess.
Someone that's actually going to give you playable cards for your deck.
Yeah, maybe.
Perhaps.
I just take a wound. Yeah, we'll get.
I will say, Eowyn and Gimli had a fun little relationship in the films.
True.
So if you wanted to go Rohan, that's a fine place to go, even the fancy one.
Yeah. Just like go here.
Yeah, you need a 2-cost of some kind.
She looks like the band.
So Legolas, also, we kind of have this problem where the only elf we have is Legolas, and then the number of cards is actually very light. So let's start eliminating options. I think Legolas is fine. We each have one of these in a deck situation.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess.
You always just have one Legolas.
Yeah,
He's
so
broken.
I'm just going to hand one to you.
Everybody knew it was the best in the freaking series.
Did you get Hobbits? How many Hobbits
Yeah,
do
I
you
got
have?
the Hobbits in different area codes. Pippin, I got a Merry, I've got a Pippin, I've got a Frodo, I've got a Sam.
Okay, great. We have probably double as well as that. So I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna put this in my generic companion stack.
You can also do like Gimli double Hobbit. Let me. It looks like our big cards are what? Rohan
Is that one
Gondor?
stack?
I know that's all my stuff. Yeah, let me separate that out.
Yeah.
All right, let's get our bad stuff out of the game. I'm just not even gonna think about it.
Yeah, let's put it over here for a minute.
I'm gonna take the dwarf cards.
Okay.
With my Gimli stack. Okay. Spot a dwarf to draw a card, or if this card is stacked on a dwarf condition, spot a dwarf companion and discard this event to exert a minion twice. Cool. So these are all great cards. Just generally playable cards. We love to see it. And I might have some more in here, actually.
Yeah.
The possibilities, man. There's an elf card. There's 2 elf cards.
Yeah.
There's 3 elf cards. There's a dwarf card. So I feel like somebody needs to go Gandalf way.
Yeah. I'm wanting to see what all Gandalf cards we get. So. Okay.
There's a lot of Gandalf cards.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what they get. You have way more Gandalf cards than me. Just what those do. It's interesting because obviously I feel like to put the Gandalf cards in deck, you want to start with Gandalf.
Or you play all 3. You should draw one, right? Every time.
Mm-hmm.
And do we get all the sight paths or just this cycles?
This cycles.
Do we have all of them?
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
can you go the whole way?
Let's see. I have 2 1s. I'll tell you that.
I've got a 2. I've got 2 2s. I've got a 3.
I'm pretty sure because they actually would have formats where you couldn't play locations. Well, it's at least outside of a block.
Do you have any 4s?
Yes.
I got no 4s.
I have 2 4s.
I got 5s, 6s. Got a 7.
I have all of them.
Yeah, we got an 8. Yeah. Okay, so we're playing these. So that'll be fun.
We'll come back around to that.
Okay, so we've got, let's go, Gondor cards here, man cards here. Wait, those are the same. Horse cards, I don't know what to call them. Here's your elf cards. You can throw those in the stack. This is our Gondor stack. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is my Hobbit stack.
Hobbit stack's weak.
Very light.
Here's all the cards that I just don't understand ever.
So it looks like Gondor and Rohan have the most, and Gandalf have the most cards, which makes sense given the theme.
So you've got to start Gandalf, or I've got to start Gandalf, which I'll happily do. Unless you want to... Or somebody can put 3 Gandalfs in, of course. But you gotta start Gandalf, man. You gotta start, he's like a wizard.
Yeah. He is like a wizard, specifically. The Gandalf Faramir thing is cool. He also likes the Rohan, but you can only get so much in here. Yeah, it's tough. I don't feel like starting Elf makes sense. She can be in someone's deck. That's fine and well. This is more of a Rohan card than anything.
What is Gandalf's doing? You want to play the rare one, right?
Maybe. I honestly think you probably, if you're starting Gandalf, this one's really good.
But you gotta eventually get to 3 companions, right?
But if you go him into like a single, like, you know, you're playing
Single faction.
Aragorn and Faramir and the Gondor Knights and stuff. I think
Do
that's
that. Let's do that, man.
All right.
Do Gandalf Defender of the West with all the men.
Yeah.
All the men in Casterly Rock, and then I'll get the Horsies with dwarves. The old horse dwarf shuffle.
And then I'm gonna put all the other companions just in a pile, so that they're relevant here. That I'll come back to in a minute.
Yeah, let me do that same thing. What's the Smeagol doing? Are we playing this?
I'm putting them in my companion pile just in case. I have to play Frodo. Let's see if any of this matters.
Double Pippin, Mary Sam. Got it.
Hobbit sword. They put that in every set. A lot of times people run one of these to put on Frodo when they see it, to make him less squishy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hand you one.
Well, he did have a sword in the film.
David, we knew Zach would be playing Min from the beginning. Yeah, it's the Gondor set. What am I supposed to do?
Play all that weird, like, castle stuff.
The fortifications?
Yeah. I'm sure that's worth doing.
We like that. Wow. Undaunted. Exert Gandalf to make him strength +1 for each Twilight you swat. Limit +8.
Ooh, that's awesome.
They have to not spend their money.
Well, that happens whether you want it to or not sometimes, isn't it? Okay. So then we got Gondor cards. Well, the deck basically builds itself then at this point, doesn't it?
It's a small pool.
I like it a lot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
36 before companions, easy mode. All right, so you're probably not running a random Gandalf.
Yeah, I'm just running the one. These are the cards that I'm considering.
Your draw deck.
Torres, he's not playing Min. He's playing the boys. The beefy boys.
Make a minion. Place the cards from your hand on the top of your draw
so
deck.
good.
Pin the strength -3. You should have plan replace 3 cards. Okay, I'll take a manager wizard's in deck.
Yeah, sure.
As a rando.
I think he's a good just body to have 4 health. Like
this ability is pretty nice too. That like if you have a Twilight phase where you play out 6 things, then you can't put 3 on the top of your deck to cancel the -3. So he's kind of a release valve for when you're awesome. Then if we just look at one of all the unique companions we could play, sometimes that is a good place to start. We probably only need 1 Gothloff, if any of them. He looks like he's probably going to be awful. Theoden. And we've already got an Eowyn. We could put another one in to heal, but we're not going to. We've got our allies. Okay, great. And then we need to see if we have any horse stuff.
Are these fortifications good?
No. I can almost assure you they will not be. Given what I know about this game, almost guaranteed, man. Do you want a random Gimli?
Yes.
I'll just start with 1 and he won't die, I'm sure.
I think just having those companions that can just go in the deck
Yeah.
is good beats.
Okay. I'm gonna look at what we've got in terms of our real heavy hitting cards. So things like with strength to fight, anything that goes into your support area is where a lot of your themes, I think, end up happening. So each time the fellowship moves, add a threat or discard this condition, and then discard to heal up to 2 Gondor companions. Okay, so you probably don't push that too far.
Apparently fortifications were really good in Constructed.
Okay. Condition, spot 3, exert to play a possession from a discard pile. That's always good. Riding armor. Okay. Solid. Another javelin.
That's interesting. Support of the city, 0 cost condition. When you play a Gondor man, you put a token on it. You can use it to play a Gondor man at -1 cost for each token here and discard it. Like you play a Gondor man token, then you can use this later as a -2 on something.
Perfect. It's called value.
It is called value.
Each man strength +1 for each token here during the regroup phase. That I want that card to be better. Spear, steed, and a javelin. Okay, so what you're saying is the mounts are not as forthcoming, but the spears look good.
How many mounts you got? 2?
2 mounts.
All right.
While at a plain sight, bearer takes no more than 1 wound during each skirmish. At the start of each skirmish involving each minion skirmishing must exert. So good on the plains, and then generally good. So we got 2 horses. Who wants a horse? Doesn't need a horse. Elfhelm does not need a horse. Guthlop does not need a horse. Who cares about horses? Elite Rider wants a horse. You might expect that.
This card is hilarious. It's called I Will Go. It's a condition. Bear must be a Gondor man. If you have initiative, defender +1. But look at the picture they chose.
Just horse legs. Yeah, okay.
Someone was asleep at the wheel that day.
Exert this companion for each mounted companion. This guy's not going to be playable. I don't have enough mounts. So my veteran horsemen are gone. The veterans are off to the pasture. I've got a spare Eowyn for you.
Yeah, just pile them up.
I'm starting one. Okay, then you're an ally. So if we go all in on companions, those are all the ones we might actually play. I'm not hot on allies anymore. They always show up at the end of the game and then they're useless to me.
Yep. That is how it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. And let's look at our events. Okay. Make a man +4 strength. Any shadow man place a random card beneath his or her draw deck to make that man's strength +2 instead. Morning Came is a pretty good card. And win in his face. Make a man strength +2. If they're mounted, choose an opponent. No, I'm not doing that because I don't think I will be mounted. +3. Fey he seemed pretty okay. They sang as they slew? No. Really relies too much on mount stuff. White Hot Fury, also not strong enough. Guarded Fastness, nobody needs that.
This is fun. Players Calendar says, fun fact. For Return of the King, Decipher didn't have the same access to pre-release footage they did for the other movies. They literally pirated a screening prep for the Oscars for some of the shots. And the drop in quality is noticeable. Pirate a version for the Oscars to get screenshots to put on a card.
Interesting. Well, I'm glad they were in it enough to, like...
They wanted it.
Okay, so horse people are trying to do this thing where they're putting cards under your deck and removing threat. I'm with you. But we need more horses. Sadly.
More horses?
More horses, more problems. I don't know what they want from me. It's like the more ponies we come across. It's funny, right?
When you have to ask It's definitely funny.
I said pony instead of money.
I see.
Because it's horse related.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. I love this game. It's really good.
I can't stand it. Okay.
Like, it's just such a weirdly nuanced and layered deck building experience. I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't know how this all works, honestly.
Decipher games just don't work in theory. They only work in practice.
Yeah, somehow.
If you think about it too hard, it's unplayable.
There's an extra Faramir if you want the body.
I'd probably take that body.
It's not the one I want.
No, to play Spot of Gondor, man, probably can't take that guy.
Are you on Rohan?
Yeah. What you got for me, man?
We both, I think, would like this guy. I don't know if I can give him to you. My heart.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Let's see what we're doing. All right, let me just see how many cards I can play. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 30, 40, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Mullet Man says, LOL, that's the best description of Decipher games I've ever heard.
Does Frodo is free, or does it cost me 1 card?
Gosh, you.
2021.
No, he doesn't. He counts your companion total, but he doesn't cost you a card on it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31.
Or does he? Am I wrong?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
It's a perilous world out there.
2. All right, I'm at 46, so I've got plenty of room to cut. All right, we're not playing an Elite Rider because we're not realizing his full benefit. It'll drive me crazy. He's gone.
People love your description.
Good. Good.
He counts for the rule of 9, but does it count against your card total is the better question.
How many companions am I supposed to play?
I have no idea, honestly.
How about 9?
Seems reasonable. I just play the 97 Bulls every time. Put in the characters you know and love, and hope it works out. I don't think I'm actually going to do that this time, but...
Are you putting, like, Sam, Mary, Pippin?
I almost always put Sam in. He's your insurance clause. Like when Sam's
We've
out,
never had a Frodo die. Like, not even close.
I had it happen so many times to me playing as a kid, though. I'm scarred.
Did you just do it wrong?
No, I think we had
Probably.
constructed decks. I had ways to force the Ring Bearer to skirmish the Witch King.
Right, okay.
And if they didn't have Sam sitting over there, you just lose. So maybe it's good now. Ring Bearer does not count against your deck total.
Okay. Man, Dior is great.
I really like the Merry and Pippin design is kind of, it's funny and really interesting. Same cost, same stats. One gets +1 for every threat, as long as you don't have 4. The other one, if you can't spot 3, is +2. So the upside of this one's a little better, but even 1 threat makes this a 5. But they're like almost the same card.
Well, they're almost the same character.
Yeah, well, sort of. One's more of an idiot. And I won't Pippin. I mean, say any names. I love Pippin. Side note.
And I won't Pippin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Apparently your Moria Goblin swarmed my Frodo and killed him.
Yeah, there you go. Sam wouldn't have helped you there. You just lost later. Do you have any spare companions that are just kind of floating around and good? Just playables? Anything I might be missing? Just want to make sure.
Technically, the ones that the ones you're talking about are Aragorn, who's very playable.
Yeah, but you need 2 if you're getting both the swords.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you got to get, you can't give me one of your Scottie Pippins.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Those are the most playable. Probably
It might be the Michael Jordan of the set.
You have
actually.
Legolas and Gimli?
Yeah.
Arwen's pretty playable if you're looking for a body.
I don't need one. I was just going to make sure before I started narrowing down my companions.
Yeah.
Does Arwen have synergy with you, or is she just a body?
I just think she's a good 2-cost character.
Yeah, she's a body all around, isn't she?
Yeah.
I have plenty of companions. Are you strapped for them?
1, 2. Not. I mean, I'm in the middle.
I think we're in the similar place.
Yeah, like
I've got a Theoden, Elfhelm, Guthlaf. You've got.
Like I've got these like.
You could probably use Arwen.
Just like Gondor people.
Okay. We'll just have Arwen in the
who needs
it
pile.
at the end kind of sitch. Okay. I think I'm just on Enraged Horseman.
Harry, I have not listened to it, but I have seen them like tweeting and stuff about it. Apparently, the actors that played Merry Pippin have a podcast called The Friendship Onion.
Cool.
I assume you think it's good enough to recommend. Michael's saying, I love the community engagement. Decipher had one of the best memories in gaming is getting to play draft with Marcus Shepard in a small LGS here in Gothenburg, Sweden. Who is Marcus Shepard for 500? Anyone have an answer? I'm curious.
I'm gonna start. Oh right, Theoden's got to be. Right. Okay. Uncontrolled planes. Discard a Gondor condition to make +1. Fine. I'm gonna be running through some bodies here. Man, the horse people would be really good with elf archers. Because they're really good when things are wounded.
Yeah, a couple wounds. But don't the horse people normally exert things?
If they have a mount, they exert when they engage.
Mm-hmm. Can
Which
you
is
imagine?
or not exert.
Like,
yeah, exert. Is that the one wound? Yeah.
Yeah, thematically, the elves and Rohan together would be really good against the Nazgul.
Mm-hmm.
Because they actually have enough health to get them down to 1 kind of a situation.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Aaron Clark says, slightly off topic, but do either of you guys have thoughts on the Lord of the Rings LCG as it compares to Marvel Champions and Arkham Horror LCG? I loved Lord of the Rings LCG for a couple years, and I still think it's a really fun game. We played it on stream not like 6 months ago. When I play a lot of it, it gets like very mathy to me, and the scenarios themselves, while they're telling a story, I always felt like once I had a deck kind of figured out, it was just the deck and it operated very cleanly. The Champions, a lot of times I feel like you have to pivot to a new hero to beat certain villains, and it's very different. So less mathy as well. It's just hard to explain. And Arkham is just crazy. Totally different, totally involved narrative, constantly leaned forward. So like, Arkham, I can't speak highly enough. It's a phenomenal improvement to that idea of a game. But Lord of the Rings is great fun, especially if you're not playing a ton. We played a ton when that game was out.
Mm-hmm. This is looking okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're definitely playing Out of Darkness.
We need 70 cards total?
70 cards total. 70? Like 35 each? I think it's 30 each, technically. 30.
Is the minimum?
Yeah, but I guess most people just kind of wild out on not that. What a dwarf to draw a card, or if this card is stacked on a...
Nice. Marcus was the Decipher guy in Europe. He did a promo tour in Europe where you could get the Black Rider Nazgul card. Sounds fun. Yeah, 60 minimum. How good is Undaunted? Asking for a friend. Did you add a Gandalf to that? You did.
Yeah, I've got one.
Undaunted seems like the kind of card that in principle seems good, but in practice is like very hard to play. I lost count.
Okay. These I don't need to play. It's coming together. This is not bad.
Yeah.
I forget one box, one set is not bad. I've got a slew of dwarf cards.
Oh, that is a really good card. That's a good point. Players Council. So Undaunted is the exert Gandalf to make him strength +1 for each Twilight token you spot. In my head, it's like, well, they spend all their Twilight, it doesn't do anything. But it costs 2. So you pay the cost first, and then it checks.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's 2 Twilight, now this is a 2 for 4 situation. We'll play it.
It'll play, that'll play.
That'll play. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Okay. So let's see what we've got left in terms of fun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Locked. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I'm at 30 here. Now, let's go here. We're going to drop a Dayor. I like this. I like this. Let's look at these conditions that actually matter. I don't like this. That's a whole vibe that I'm not into. Strong arms, I don't think we need that. Exert a twice possession from our discard pile. Okay. Might not need that either. Okay. None of these are particularly exciting to me. Yeah. Okay. This is a good reason to play the faction at all. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got, yeah, it should be playable. Okay. This is not going to be great.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11,
That checks out.
18, 19, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 36 here. And there's some potatoes for sure. I might just roll it in at like 35.
That's where we were at last time, I think, for most of it.
You always cut the redundant allies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Even though you want to see them, and then you don't see them. That's all. That's the only way it works.
That's the story of the game.
Yeah. But I'm doing it. No, the herdsman's too good. He's too good.
Here we are.
He's too good. Becomes a filter, so then you draw, and then, yeah.
Player's Council says allies peaked in Fellowship of the Ring and dropped off sharply.
Maybe I just cut the allies.
Yeah.
No, I don't, man. They got good abilities. Come on now. All right, maybe cut some dwarf cards. Let's not just assume.
I'm gonna start dividing these bad guy cards.
Threat, draw 3 cards. Draw 2 cards. Spotted dwarf. Add a threat. Draw 3. Cost you 2. Acceptable. Yeah, those are just good cards.
The allies?
The dwarf cards are all quite good.
Yeah, if they get so few of them, they better be heaters.
Very cool. Okay, let's try to drop 2 cards here. You may add a threat to play this Beshington. You could play a skirmish, right? Okay, that's good synergy with Gandalf or Gimli.
Now we're talking.
Javelins. Okay. It's just so tidy right now, you know?
The one set?
Just like this is like a strong. It's a 35 cards. You see 2 ofs everything, you know.
Have to. You need to cut 5 to get down to minimum.
Yeah, 35. Do you want this Eowyn or this Arwen?
Yeah, I'll put her in. I'm a little shy.
I could just drop Sam and remember what I said, you know?
Samwise Gamgee?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Who needs a Sam, right? He's gone.
Everyone needs a Sam.
He's gone, dude.
I was like, man, this is not that many minion cards. I figured out why.
I'm going to be light on companions. That seems good, right?
Light and you have less than 9?
No, I have 9 total. I have 10 total, including Frodo.
I think that's pretty normal.
Start 3. 7 in deck. Yeah, it's about right? I'm going to 34, man.
The perfect number.
I don't even know who I am anymore.
What's happened to you?
I should just cut 2 of these events.
There he is. You can also see your bad guy side. And how many, like, you may struggle to get through that many cards. You may have a lot of cards you're trying to get in.
Yeah.
You may have a lot of, like, discard effects on the bad guy side so that you're actually, like, you need more cards. It's a little more complicated.
Do you draw as the shadow side before the regroup phase or after?
During?
Okay, so everybody, you draw, and then we have regroup actions.
Yeah, let me pull that.
I think that's right. Okay.
The Return of the King. So the proper sequence. Regroup phase, reconciles shadow player's hands, then either the Free People's player moves to the next site, or the Free People's player reconciles and the shadow player discards all minions in play. So shadow player draws up, and then got it. You carry on.
All right, I'm staying with my plan.
Take a look. I'm gonna look at these Nazgul cards real quick. I sorted the minion side.
You going Nazgis?
Probably. I want to try to do some bird and stuff, but we'll see if it's even possible.
It's probably worth looking at these sites too.
That's where the strategy really comes together.
Yeah. I'm gonna lay out a line and we can look at them. circle. And if there's anything that, like, there's only one of and we both want it, we can just both have it, yeah. 3, 2, I need a slot for 7, a slot for 4. Fourth circle. Oh, there are a lot of circles.
It's the
Sixth circle?
The different tiers of Minas Tirith.
Cool. All right, where's your, you got 4s?
That should be in order.
How nice.
I'm a thoughtful guy.
Wow, you got a lot of 1s. Your player has initiative. Wow.
Look at this.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That makes you want to play sorcery now.
Little.
5th circle. 7th. My gosh. Osgiliath Crossing. Okay. Now we got options. Okay, number 1. Isengard Ruined. Spot Gandalf. Add 2 threat. Each player may draw a card. Doesn't seem great.
I'm starting with Gandalf, so it's interesting.
Steps of Edoras. Each man is defender +1 until end of turn. Wait, how would that ever matter?
Well, when you go, you have to move on turn 1. So you start, you have a Gondor man.
But you don't go here? Oh, until end of turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Sleeping Quarters. When the Fellowship moves from this site, the Freebills player may spot 3 hobbits to remove 2. So nobody's doing hobbity stuff today, I don't think. Dunhoro Plateau. Oh, that's me. Spot a dwarf to play a dwarf condition from my draw deck.
Do you have a dwarf condition?
Yeah.
Probably a good one.
There's
Fun
like
fact,
one exactly.
The Players' Council, all of the circle location cards can be lined up to make one continuous shot of Minas Tirith.
It's the kind of thing that you just do, you know?
You just love it.
Yeah.
You love to see it. I was wondering why one of those shots was kind of just the side of a wall.
You love it.
But now I know why. They had a dream, they had a vision, and they made it happen.
Yeah, they're cool. I see how that's supposed to work. Right on. So we got to remove something. Okay. All right, you got a favorite here. You want Defender +1 on steps, or you want Gandalf draw a card? Maybe you play more Fellowship.
I'll take Defender +1.
Okay.
Steps of Edoras.
Then we got King's Tent. If the shadow has initiative, spot your minion to make the move limit -1. So if you play a bunch of cards, then you can't move again. Or, yeah, right.
Okay.
West Road, shadow player has initiative. Shadow number is +3 on the site. So that makes it a 5. Means everything's roaming, I guess. Or is that this number, shadow number?
That's that number.
Okay, so you get more Twilight. And then Old Rohirrim Camp, not roaming minions. Let's come back to that. If you cannot spot 3 threats, add a threat to draw a card at the Hall of Kings. You can draw a card, heal a companion, move limit +1. I will have some interest in having plain sights so that my horsies are better.
The rare foil, someone asking, is the Southern Marksman.
Spot your minion and remove 3 burdens to make the minion Archie total +3. So this is a good if you're going burdens. You can get a payoff for
I'm
that.
gonna try.
And then spot your minion and remove 2 burdens to make that minion +1. So both of the 4s want burdens to happen. Very cool. Pelennor Flat.
It's plains.
It is plains. Freebills player must discard his or her hand or add 2 burdens. So that's kind of cool. And then when the Fellowship moves to the site, add 3 threats. When they move from it, remove 3 threats.
Yeah, these are the 2 plains. If you're going to actually be interested in plains.
This is also really good with Gimli, because 3 threats brings him into I'm awesome territory, and then you get to remove them. So he gets pretty cool at the city gates, which is nice. All these Minister things.
There's a dwarf symbol.
Heal dwarf. Wound each companion. If they move, they double move through it. If you move through the regroup, heal each. If you move through the regroup, heal a dwarf. If you move through the regroup, heal Gandalf 3 times.
We like that one.
If you move, heal each man companion or heal each elf companion.
I mean, that Gandalf one.
Gandalf 3 times. And then, am I going slow or fast? Are you a fast deck?
Don't know yet.
We're both dirtily, right? Okay. Okay. Let's go here. I'll just start there. Thinking about that. Exert a minion. Spot 6 companions to add a threat. You can do that multiple times, I guess, during the shadow phase. Spot your minion and 6 companions to make the move limit -1. Or Osgiliath Crossing. Exert 2 minions and spot 6 to draw 2 cards. I'm going to take the planes. Unless you want it. Not that we have to choose now, but... 2 threats to make your... Okay, then we've got Site 8. We've got Crossroads, which is good for the Southern stuff. We've got one that's good for the Sauron stuff. We've got one that's good for Gollum. We've got one that's good for Nazgul.
Nazgul.
Okay, I'll come back to this. And then Narcost. Burdens are good. Haunted Pass is just generally good. And Dagorlad, add 3 threats. This is great for me.
Hand me those other 2. So we
Burdens, this is like a burden heavy one. This is a generally good one.
We each already have an 8, so you can nuke those.
I haven't chosen an 8 yet. I don't know which faction I'm going.
I have an 8, okay.
What faction am I going? Probably Sauron. I'll just do Sauron stuff. I don't feel like we've seen a good representative. We've seen the Southrons just wreck.
Yeah, for a while.
And then we've got this stuff.
Do I have a 2 yet? I'll probably decide those after I figure out my minion side.
Okay. Push those to the side.
Let's look at these cards for a minute. Wow. Morgul Whelp.
Okay. Okie dokie. What are these orcs doing? I feel like we're going to have some like besieger, tracker kinds of things.
And out of them, they're so funny. Just the classic.
Yeah, they're just, you know.
Look at the face on this Morgul mongrel. Zoom in on there.
Oh yeah, looks good.
Some actor had no idea they would be featured.
Immortalized.
Yeah.
In a beautiful stream.
Like
later
this.
on.
Who could have predicted?
Okay, you see, there's 3 mini themes already just happening here. I love it.
Morgul Ruffian's also funny.
My gosh, there's just a million of these orcs.
Yeah.
How many different kinds of orcs do you need that do basically the same thing?
Infinite.
These are the questions Saruman wasn't asking.
How am I going to feed all these cats?
Oh, God. Look at how many of these there are. They're all doing about the same thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm definitely going to be looking at... You got to look at your little supports and stuff. I feel like that's where you're going to have the synergy, right?
Yeah.
Got to have your bomb moments. I've learned that about this game. I'm not good at bombs.
You like the fundies.
Yeah, there are no fundies in this. I mean, there are, obviously. The fundies are make sure you have a crazy shadow side that can wreck everybody. That's the fundies. There's so many cards here. Why are there so many different types of orcs? Ah! What? I don't even have room. There we go. Okay. I feel like we've finally... Now we've narrowed it down. Orc Chaser, that's got to be, yeah, a tracker. Mordor Defender. I'm all up in your space. Look at that. Sorry. Gorgoroth Ransacker. Mordor Regular. Oh, we've got the regular finally. Well, thank goodness. He can join the party. 1 box this happens.
This is interesting.
1 box, man. Mordor Defender, right. Orc Brood, got it. Gorgoroth Axeman, so this is the Gorgoroth stuff. What are those guys? Are they special? Do you know anything about them?
No idea.
You don't know the, like, vibe? Luckily we have a Mordor Veteran as well, my gosh.
Every clan needs a leader.
Ugh. Trooper. Yep. And a Sapper. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. For each Sauron condition you can spot, strength +1. Okay. Exert and spot another to add a threat. Remove 3 threats to make. Remove threats. Discard to add a threat. This is the threat side. Add a threat. Discard. Okay. Remove threats. Generally good. This is just a great card. Orc Archer Troop every time. That's also just a generally good card. Threats. Discard. Ooh, I like this. Orc Brew. Discard 3 from hand to make this +3. Good. Remove a threat. Add a threat. Marauder. And then burdens. Okay. Overwhelms a companion. Okay, cool. Understood. Alright, so we got the threat stack. We've got the generally good stack.
I think we're making it.
And then what are the besiegers doing? Stacked on a site you control. Oh gosh. Stack on a site you control. Play this minion from a site you control. Discard 2 from hand and make a besieger fierce. Discard 2, play an orc stacked on a site. Gorgoroth. Discard 2 to play from a site. This is the kind of thing that you're going to need maximum. You're going to need all of the synergy to make any of this work. We can't make this work. There's only like 4 things that play it off of the site. There's no way.
Our decks are going to be potatoes.
I've been down this road before. That is not something I'm willing to do. All right, what are our conditions? What's up, Chris? Yeah, we're doing some deck building. We just opened Return of the King, starting off the final block of Lord of the Rings TCG. Okay. Stronghold of Cirith Ungol. If your orc minion wins a skirmish, place a token here. Add 2 for each token here. Discard this condition. This is a fantastic card. Place, remove a... To make a character skirmishing a Sauron Orc strength +3. Got it. If you have initiative, bear a strength +3. Okay. So we've got initiative stuff here. I get it. This This is my Besieger. No. Rather than discarding for each card you discarded more than the previous player, make a Orc strength +2. Okay. It's kind of generally good. 4 threats. Okay, yeah, this is obviously great. Breached. Play a Besieger. No. Remove a threat to play Orc without paying any roaming penalty. Okay, yeah. Sauron's Hatred is good. If your Orc wins a skirmish, make all your Orcs fierce. Oh, I get why that's good. Okay.
I think we made it.
Tower Walkway.
Quietly.
Besieger. No. Yeah, where'd you end up?
Oh my god. It's just a journey. Honestly, once I went Nazgul, just looking through the cards of like what's actually playable.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff that triggers off of other things. Like, for example, there's this Morgul Brawler, 10 strength, while the Ring Bearer is exhausted, +3 strength, fierce, and damage +1. The Ring Bearer actually have 3 damage on them. So there are other cards you can see that force them a scenario where they have to exert the Ring Bearer, do something like that.
Yeah. So you got wounds on.
But I don't have enough of it. So then that character really just becomes a 4 for 10 with 1 health. It's like, there's so many ways for this thing just to die. Or, like, I like it a lot, but Morgul answers. It's the remove 3 threat and spot 3 Nazgul, discard a possession or condition by something skirmishing a Nazgul, which is powerful. But the number of times in the game I'm going to have 3 Nazgul out with 3 Twilight left?
Almost none. Yeah, almost none.
That was the first thing. Go through and get rid of those cards. And then I was left with like 2 choices. So here we are. I gotta pick my sides. You're leaning plains?
Yeah, I'm leaning. What's up, Cena? Saying, hey guys, hey chat. Back home from my tonsillectomy, told the wife, put on the covenant. That's great. Well, yeah, I got my tonsils out when I was a child.
I've never had my tonsils out. What was going on with your tonsils?
6, 7, 8. I was just getting tonsillitis a bunch or something. I guess it's a
like
common thing.
or something?
Yeah.
I've heard they've recently discovered there's a purpose for tonsils. And that was not always, they didn't always understand that.
This is exactly 36 cards, the exact amount that I need. If I don't include the trackers. Yeah, maybe they do have a purpose, but also they better not be important because I don't have them.
Yeah, they gone. They have medicine for that.
Yeah, that's right. We'll take science, we'll remove the tonsils, and then we'll cure the problem that not having tonsils creates. If there ain't a better idea of what humans are about, I don't know what it is. I think I said that wrong. If you have initiative, bearer, strength +3. Yeah. All right, let's make sure this stack can actually play. The problem with all these cards is that what's going to happen... Okay, here's my big boys.
I was going to say they're not the... Oh my, 19. What is... Wait a second. Wow. Wow. These are weird.
Yeah, it's all weird.
You just gotta have a body to throw into them.
And in fact, like, this whole theme is going to be insane. Because basically what a lot of these guys do is like this Orc Fanatic during the skirmish phase. You discard him to make somebody else +3. It's like after you stack them up the way you want them, I can just be like, oh, this matchup sucks.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a real pain for you.
Yeah, I'll be doing lots of math.
For you. Watch out for these guys. If I have a bunch of threat, it's going to be very unplayable, but anytime a Sauron Orc wins a skirmish, I can pay 4 out of hand and make all my Orcs fierce. But I gotta have 4 threat and
that's crazy.
Yada yada. Which I guess is the whole point of Stronghold of Sirathungol. Okay.
Scott,
I get it.
Scott's saying, every time I watch this card game, I want to go back and play Lord of the Rings online.
You can do it.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Breached. Spot 2 to make the favorite spotted companion and place it in the dead pile. That's devastating. Okay. I think I'm just going to play all the cards I can play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Wait, Frodo does or does not count?
Does not count.
Where's it? Wait, where'd my stuff go?
Matt Ability saying, did you guys ever do a tutorial on this game? We did not, but episode 2 of this series is a good place to start to learn, because we were learning live to an extent on screen or teaching. That's, I don't know, Players Council, if you have a better source to learn the game, feel free to share it. But yeah, we have not done a tutorial or learn to play. Just this whole series.
All right, something's missing. Oh, there they are.
Your sights.
Okay, so I actually trimmed this down pretty well. So if the ring bearer doesn't count, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm at 33, so I can actually make some cuts. Also, I hope, Sita, I hope you're feeling good. You know, get some make you feel goofy drugs and stare at a live stream. That's a fun time. And then hear some weird internet people say your name. That's got to be a little trippy.
I agree.
All right, I need 3 cuts.
Revisiting some things real quick.
It's probably here. These guys are removing threats. Okay, let's look at this. Exert 3, add 3. Remove a threat. Remove a threat. Exert, add a threat. Okay, easy. Discard. This is different. Discard a card from your hand to make a companion scrimmage. This means strength -1. Wow. Mortal Warrior, you're good. Draw a card. Okay. Orc Destroyer, you're good early. Orc Butcher. For each condition you can spot. Maximum condition spottage is going to be 2. You're gone. Orc Butcher, we don't need you. Thank you for your service. Down to 34. Add a threat. Add a threat. Good, good. Remove 3. Good. Okay, and then 33, we can remove that. Done. Okay. I think we've done it. Let's total them up. Slap them up, boys.
Do you have a location 5?
I don't know yet. I don't have a 5.
Okay, I'll wait for you on that one.
Spot 3 other.
Davo says, for the advanced tutorial, Davo says there's a great tutorial that Decipher put on CD for the Two Towers bar. You can find the ISO online, and it works with Windows 10. For the advanced tutorial, you're actually playing Two Towers starter decks against the AI.
Cool. 2, 3,
History.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 33 cards, both sides of the table.
He did it.
We are going to make some mashed potatoes next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Potatoes. We need to finish your site path.
That's right. And then we need to take the final step, which is sleeving them in my beautiful Dragon Shield Classics.
Yeah,
some say they're still sliding across the table.
I don't know. At some point, they become a loaf of bread.
That's right.
Like
just like a wet loaf of bread, trying to smash this together.
Nice and mushy.
All right, site 2. Sure. Let's go West Road. I don't want to risk being at minions not ramming. That's crazy. Add a threat to draw a card. Add 3 threats. Make the move limit +1. Do you have a preference here?
No, I grabbed one I thought you wouldn't care about.
Okay.
Maybe you would care about it.
I'll take Tower.
I don't really care about it.
No, that's fine. Pelennor Plain. I guess this is the one, right? Yeah. Spot a minion, move 3 burdens to make that. That's
this
great.
One I wanted, in case you wanted it.
Don't any damage plus that. It's fine. I think I'm gonna not be good there no matter what happens.
The one that I didn't know which one you'd actually care to have.
If you play this card hits your hand or add 2 burdens. When the fellowship moves to the site, add 3 threats. I don't care either way. Which one? I guess probably the flat if I care about my front side.
I'd probably rather have this one.
When the fellowship moves, add 3 burdens. And then remove...
Add 3 threats.
3 threats. This is good for my shadow side. You having 3 threats is good.
You having 3 threats is good for me.
Really? Okay, I'll take the planes.
But they're both... It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll end up at... All right, boom, 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 boom.
Get it sleeved, then you go on vacation, and then when you come back, you're ready to go.
You're ready to play. Ooh, here's my...
What's that?
Here's that old draft deck from...
yeah, I still have my draft deck, too.
You said you were wanting to look at it.
I want to play it. I'll bring mine next time. We can see how our very first drafts went in comparison.
Got that thaw.
That's a good start.
Okay, so this... I thought this was full of sleeves. It is not. So let's put that back. I'm going to deal with that after the stream.
I feel like this Morgul Kerr could be a meme.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
What did you say?
Ooh, let's do night blue this time.
It's like that dark sky in the evening.
And I need 66 for sure. Nothing like starting to sleeve, and then you're like 58. You're like, oh, I'm going to redo it all. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, no one wants to count their sleeves, but here we are.
10, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19,
These are beefy stacks.
23. Did you see Timothy Short's question?
Now that Star Wars Destiny is dead, what is a good game to play, get into? It depends what you're after. There's a lot of really great games right now. I've been into really heavy into Fab. I have a lot of friends
Flesh and Blood TCG.
that play Destiny who are into Flesh and Blood TCG. If you're looking for like competitive TCG style game. A lot of great cooperative games. They've been digging Soulforge recently.
Soulforge Fusion.
That's not out yet. What kind of game are you looking for? That's the first question. Oops.
Okay, let's sleeve them.
Just leave them and leave them.
And let's go to the top. Take it to the top.
That's us.
Hey, everybody.
All right, we are sleeved. We have locations. We have characters. We're ready to Lord of the Rings. It's been a journey.
It's been a journey. It's gotten easier.
It is way easier. That first deck building stream was... I usually don't like deck building on stream, but this is approachable.
It's approachable now. Second set is going to be question mark.
Third set's going to be pain.
Third set would be painful.
Yeah.
It probably would be best if we just stuck to the same factions every time.
Yeah, I did that last time. But I did that last time with the bad guy side.
Yeah,
and it was significantly easier. Shocker, I know.
Jared asking, hey guys, are you thinking of doing a throwback to the X-Files CCG? Didn't we already play that? Yeah, we played that. It's on the channel.
Just hit up the YouTube channel. There's a search button.
We're at the point now where it used to be people would ask that, and we'd be like, "Yeah, we'll put it on the list." Yeah. And now it's like, we've done it. We've done it.
We did that. And a lot of times we get people saying like, "Hey, you guys should play X." And it's like we have.
Yeah,
it's there.
It's there.
It's a catalog of things that we've done back there.
All sorts of things. Zach, are you doing home store work or taking time off? Will you bring back Middle-earth CCG to the table?
We are not doing streams next week. Partially because solo streams are insanely hard. Not insanely hard. They're very draining to fill the void for a couple hours by yourself in a room looking at a camera.
You just got to act like you're doing stand-up the whole time.
I have a lot of respect for people that do solo streams regularly. I think that is way tougher than it looks. But our man Bryce 1.0, the human
Bryce
behind classic, right? The OG. I don't know. Bryce, are you offended by being the 1.0 and robotically enhanced 2.0? So when the cards pop on the stream, like when I say Frodo, Hope of Free Peoples, on this particular stream, there's Bryce Classic, who's going to make that card show up on the screen at some point. But, so when I solo stream, it's not just me doing it. Bryce is also involved. But Bryce has been taking over a lot more of the content strategy and planning and social media. And so I think he's using that time to lock it in, get some things set up that I'm excited about. And I've actually it's been really nice knowing I have a week where I'm working and not streaming.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff on my radar that is just like, oh, it's that week. I need to do it that week. It's little stuff. Like there's certain things you need to call and do, or people you need to have phone calls with, or meetings. And like when half your day is streaming, it can be harder to get those things in.
It can be tough.
Trying to schedule like a phone call with someone, like any number of people you might need to talk to. It's like, well, I can do in the mornings, except for that's when all my meetings are actually. So I can do this one morning every week, or after 5 p.m. Central Time. Which one works for you? It's like, Andre's saying the X-Files throwback was really good. What's crazy is I can only vaguely remember anything about that game.
I don't remember how it worked at all.
I'm trying to think, and it's just not there. I feel like there were locations, and you had like different types.
It was one of those like Star Trek one where you had to have the different icons, and then you could solve the mysteries or something.
Yeah, it was crazy. Davo says, if you want to throw back to an old throwback stream, Zach and Steven's take on Tomb Raider CCG is a lot of fun.
Man, that game is great. I would play that again, not even on camera, just as a human being.
That game slapped. And it was completely unexpected.
That game slapped.
Went in with a -3 out of 10 rating expectation and got a 9 out of 10 game.
That game maximized for fun.
It was fun.
Straight up.
Sliding each other back down to the start over and over again.
It felt like a video game because you just do the same thing. Be like, I hope he doesn't roll a 3.
Yeah. It's totally true, though.
You just get bamboozled. Oh, X-Files was like Clue. That's right. We had to figure out...
who done it.
Who done it. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember it was not... I didn't leave thinking like, oh my God, that was horrible. That has happened a few times. Some of those videos are no longer on YouTube.
Yeah, Rage was bad. Rage was a disaster.
I don't know if it was good or bad. I know that I did not have a good time.
Yeah.
On any level.
The starters were bad.
Like some games you can have fun because it's so crazy and ludicrous. That's partially how I felt about Mythos CCG.
Yeah.
It's like this is just
good.
So wild that it's happening. And then even just the win condition in that game where it's like, here's a paragraph. You need all the words from the paragraph on the table.
My starting.
But yeah, that was something.
Don't want to forget my starting people. Starting with...
Who are you starting
Eowyn.
with? I love that. That Eowyn looks awesome.
And...
What's her subtitle?
Eowyn Durnhelm.
Darn.
Darnhelm. And Gimli.
I love it. The best of friends. They have a funny little friendship.
Here we go. Okay.
We did it.
So you guys are coming out. We got Frodo the Ring. Got our Fellowship. We've got our sights.
We march to the end.
And we've got... What, can we fit this in the deck box?
Julian asked if we ever played Warlords from AEG.
Oh, yeah.
We sure did. That was also a mechanic. That was like a really cool mechanical
It's a sound game.
system. That was the pyramid, right?
Yes.
Where, like my front row.
The front row, back row, and then you can shoot over
and
the
there's
top.
movement.
And
It's the whole
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It's real good. Okay, I don't need a deck box for this. Actually,
No, I'll just
have one.
Andre says, enjoy your break. Much deserved.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's your...
Thanks.
Can you share it with the class?
Yeah, going to Crested Butte. I have a sister-in-law that lives there. Colorado. Should be nice because it's like 118,000 degrees in Oklahoma right now.
It is. It's disgusting.
I think that's the case with a lot of the country currently. Certainly Europe's getting destroyed effectively. So it'd be nice to get away from the temps, and we're just going to hang out in town. I'm sure we'll do some hiking and
Stuff.
various outdoorsy type things.
That's awesome.
Go to a lake. Summer is different. Obviously, I've only been in winter snowboarding, that whole vibe. So summer is a different vibe for sure.
Summer is like
It'd be fun.
Just good weather. Here, I'll take that.
Yeah,
if you don't want it.
really good weather.
Well, that's exciting. You're there the whole week.
Yeah, I'm there the whole week. Driving
Party
on
on.
Saturday, and then I think I'm getting back on Saturday. Hopefully, hoping I get back on Sunday. But I didn't plan anything. This is not my bag.
When I travel, I really appreciate having at least one day between being home and returning to work.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just like a zombie.
You really need the day.
Well, hey, this has been great. If you've been with us, thanks for being here. And we'll be